Hi guys, welcome to my channel Being Brandy. I'm Brandy, and obviously by the title of this video we are going to be talking about how I got accepted into nursing school. Okay, so I'm going to start the video off by saying this. Do not stress. Don't stress, don't worry, don't rip your hair out, don't cry. Because what is for you will come to you. So we're not going to stress about getting accepted into nursing school. And after you watch this video, you are going to know exactly what to do, or you're going to be a little bit more equipped to do what you have to do to get accepted. So my journey to nursing school started December 2017. I was a single mom. I had like a 3-month-old baby. She was going on 4 months. And I was like, you know what? I'm ready to go back to school. I'm in a new location. I don't have any friends. There's nothing to do but to focus on my daughter, Ryleigh, and to focus on, leveling up, basically. So I was like, I'm going back to school. So I talked to my advisor. She was just a very general education advisor. She helps people who wants to go to school. And that's what she did for me. She helped me register. She knew I wanted to do nursing. So she helped me with like the pre-nursing track and gave me some classes to take. My school has like the first 5, and these first 5 are like, I don't want to call them core classes, but they are requirements. They're specific requirements for you to apply to the nursing program. So our first 5s are English, math, it's like English 101 by the way, math, basic college algebra, anatomy 1, psychology, and not just an intro to psychology but lifespan psychology, and the last one is like an elective, so a foreign language, humanities course, religious, whatever. So those are our top 5. Those are the core classes that they look at. Of course, if you took other classes, they'll look at your GPA too when you apply, but those are the 5 that they want you to have before you're even eligible to apply to the program. I graduated in 2017 from UNC Charlotte with a bachelor's degree in public health. So I had a lot of everything basically when I came. I just had to do some prereqs. So I had to take anatomy and I had to take lifespan psychology because I only had an intro to psychology, so that didn't cut it. But for humanities, I came in with a whole lot of humanities courses, religious courses. I also had, and obviously I had English 101, and I had basic algebra math. So I really only had to focus on anatomy and psychology, the lifespan psychology. However, for my program, to get a leg up, they kind of like for you to go ahead and take microbiology too. Or not microbiology too, but microbiology as well. I honestly hated microbiology, but it is because of the way that it was taught to me. It was a hybrid course, and at the time of taking the course, Ryleigh was like 5, 6, 7 months, like throughout that span, and I was still breastfeeding, and it was really rough to teach myself about bacteria and viruses. But I still did well in the class. I passed. So I did take an elective, Spanish 1. It was an easy A because I have taken Spanish from 3rd grade on. Like I took Spanish from 3rd grade until I graduated high school in 12th grade. So it was a super easy A, and it boosted my GPA, helped me get a 4.0, and it was lit. My microbiology, like I said, I did well in it, but I didn't have an A. I made a B in microbiology. I was kind of sad because I made an A in everything else. Every other class that I have taken at this college here, I have an A. So when I applied to the program, I had a 3.75 GPA. I had all of my first 5 classes, and another requirement that my school has is that you need to take the Kaplan entrance exam. I personally don't like exams at all, but I really did not like preparing for that Kaplan entrance exam because I did not know what to do. So I did buy the Kaplan study guide book, and it was like $12, so I'm not gonna say that it was a waste of money, but it has way too much stuff on it that is on, rather than what is on that test. But I did use it to go through the body systems because for the Kaplan you have a science portion, and it's very basic general information on this body systems. So I did use it to make my study guides for that. I definitely used it for math because me and math is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 plus 5 equals 10. But the math on the Kaplan is like very basic. It is addition, subtraction, multiplication, maybe some division because of the fractions. Because that's what fractions are, y'all. Did y'all know that? I didn't know that. My mama had to help me prepare for this. And my mom should be a math teacher because I made a 96% on that Kaplan math portion. For science, like I said, I read the systems. If you get the Kaplan book, read the systems. Your 10 little systems, cardiovascular through reproductive. And reproductive is not on there. So my science portion with just reading the Kaplan, I also did a little bit of Khan Academy, what is it called? Khan Academy, like prep things. And I actually used the HESI testing exam because nursing programs typically have you, like you might do a Kaplan pre-entrance exam, HESI pre-entrance, and TEAS. Those are the ones that I know that you might do depending on your program. My program does Kaplan. But I actually use the HESI book because they have a lot of questions, and based on my studying and stuff, I was able to answer the HESI questions, so I felt good when I went in. For the science portion, I made 92%. Those are the 2 biggest portions for a nursing program because you need to be able to do basic math, and you obviously need to know some type of science information, or at least know how to retain it for the purpose of passing your exams and becoming a good nurse. Also on the Kaplan entrance exam, there is a reading section and a writing section. My reading section, I made an 87%, which is good. My writing section, that writing section, honey, that broke me off, okay? I thought I was finna cry because I was like, I don't know where the commas go. So for the writing section, I made a 65%. That's the lowest grade I've ever made in my entire life. Yeah, it was pretty rough on me. I went home and I was sad. But overall, I had, what, an 85 or something? I think I had an 85% for the Kaplan, which was perfect because my school only requires that you have a 45%. So basically, it was just like, I'm good. The last thing I had to do was to have an advising checklist on file with my nursing program. And this advising checklist was just to basically say that I had everything done to qualify to apply. Because you could waste your time and that checklist has to be on file. And again, if you don't have a checklist on file, then you are wasting your time when you apply because they're going to tell you no because you have not done everything that you needed to do. So that's an important note with nursing school, is that sometimes it's not, oh, I'm the best student or whatever the case may be. Sometimes it's as simple as making sure that you have everything in that application that they require. And then after that, I was good to go. All I had to do was wait until September 1st. That's when the application opened. I had my application submitted. Don't laugh at me. Application opened September 1st, 12 a.m. I had the application submitted by 12:10 a.m. I was not playing. I was ready, okay? Ready. And then the deadline to apply was October 1st, but I didn't find out my acceptance until November 15th because the nursing committee, they just took their time. And I mean, when you have 250 people applying, I would take my time too. Okay, so our special helper, she has pulled my earring out. So we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping this up. Found out I was accepted into the program November 15th. Again, to summarize everything I did, I had my requirements, basically the core classes that they required to apply. I had my Kaplan exam on file, I had a nursing advising meeting checklist, and I had also, in between all of that, I did see an advisor 4 times. One of them, of course, was that general education advisor. Then I had an advising meeting with like the vice principal, basically. She's like the vice dean of the nursing program. Then I had an advising meeting with basically like a pre-nursing specialist. She was like a pre-nursing advisor and she helped a lot of us out. And lastly, I had my nursing advisor pre-application advising meeting as well. You don't have to have all of that, but I wanted to make sure all of my I's were dotted and T's were crossed. So that's what I did. And again, found out I was accepted November 15th. I've done everything that I needed to do. We had deadlines to accept the offer and we had deadlines to purchase our uniform. So that is done. Now I'm just working on like the physical I have to have, which I actually have that appointment in about like an hour, and a dental exam, which that appointment is on Friday. After that, I'm basically done and smooth sailing until December 19th when I have orientation. But yeah, that is how I got accepted into nursing school. As you can see, I did it with an infant. She's trying to pull my other earring. Please don't. All right, so that is how I got accepted into nursing school. Basically, in between all of that, I studied and I focused really hard and I did a lot of praying. I don't know everybody's religious preferences or spiritual beliefs, but I pray. And that's that. I did a lot of praying. So through your journey of how to get accepted, do whatever you need to do that just makes you feel confident in yourself, that builds you up when you are down. Do it, because you're going to need it. And not only are you going to need it just to get accepted, you're going to need it after you're accepted. So I am sharing this journey with you guys. As you can see, I'm doing this journey with Ryleigh right by my side. She is my biggest motivation. So she makes it fun and she makes it interesting, as you guys can see. So this shall be a great journey. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.